Hi guys, so today I'm going to try to do a little bit of an interesting video here. At the beginning of the year, I decided I was going to read my bookshelf, but I have not done that. So I'm going to do a halfway through the year, read my bookshelf, and try to accomplish it still. And my idea was that I would pick one book from every shelf. The problem is I have 24 shelves, and we only have about 7 months left of the year. I'm filming this in May, so about 7 1/4 at the time I'm filming this. So yeah, that's 3 point something books a month, which isn't bad, but that could be like my entire book, because some months I read like 4 books and some months I read close to 10 books. So I'm gonna try. Especially because I wanted to do it this year and I just haven't really even started. I've only read a few and I'm not gonna count those. So I'm going to start with the very top shelf. Some of my bookshelves too do not have books. I have a few with albums on them, and then a few that I've read the book so many times I don't really want to reread. So those shelves I'm going to like cheat and take a book from another shelf. So some of them though I decided I was just going to reread something on that shelf. So I did pick originally like 28 books, but I whittled it down to 24. The very top shelf is, I have like Lord of the Rings up there and everything, so they're old books. But I really do want to reread The Hobbit. I had started rereading it earlier this year and I never finished, but I think this fall I'm going to go ahead and finish it. Oh, I lost my bookmark already. But yeah, so I'm going to reread The Hobbit on the very top shelf. And then the next one is my signed bookshelf, and I'm not going to reread any of those. So I am going to substitute on this shelf, and this one is, I'm going to read Drums of Autumn by Diana Gabaldon, of course, which is number 4 in the series of the Outlander, and I'm really excited. And this one is so pretty and mint. I love this one. And the next one is my Harry Potter bookshelf, which I will not be rereading any of those as well. So I'm going to substitute that one as well. That one I'm going to substitute for Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, and I was hesitant to put this on there because it's such a big book, just like Drums of Autumn, but the second one came out just recently in May, so I want to read that one as well. So I'm going to go ahead and actually hopefully read this one for the first time. The next bookshelf, sorry, I gotta look up. The next one is the Aragon series, which I am also going to be substituting that shelf. And for that one, I'm gonna do The White Queen by Philippa Gregory, which I read most of her books that I own, and I have a shelf with hers on it, but there was another one I picked out. But this one's out, I think it's like a TV series right now. Go ahead and read that and then read watch the TV series, see how good it is. But I love her books. And then the next bookshelf down, I'm also I'm substituting a lot. The next one down, it has a bunch of, and I'll show you each shelf if I haven't been, but is a bunch of Rachel Mead and Twilight, which of course I've read all of those. So I'm gonna put this one in, and it is going to be the first one. So it's Six of Crows. So this one's gonna count for 2 bookshelves, and I'll tell you which one I substitute for Cricket Kingdom as well. But this is a box that I got, and I'm excited. They were given to me, but yeah, I'm really excited about it. And it has both of the duology, which are been very hyped up teen reads, I believe. Is a children's shelf, which I read those books when I was younger, so that one I am, oh, my nose itches. That one I am going to substitute as well, and I'm going to be reading The Nest. This is by Cynthia DeSweeney, and this was a really popular book. I picked this one up at the Goodwill, so it doesn't have a book cover, but it's a popular book, I think, last summer. The next one is another J.K. Rowling shelf, which I have read everything on there. So, sorry, a lot of these top ones I have to substitute on. So I'm going to be reading a nonfiction by Mindy Kaling. I read her first book and it was pretty cute, so why not me? I think this has really been popular. This one's Jane Austen and like romance, so it's got Jane Austen and Shakespeare on that shelf. So I'm going to be rereading, because I got new copies of Mansfield Park and Emma, but I'm going to be rereading Mansfield Park. This one I'll probably read in the summer. It is my favorite novel by Jane Austen, so I'll probably be reading this one this summer, or here pretty soon. Okay, so the third shelf down is, oh, I should have put my Cassandra Clare for that one. The Lady Midnight, but I'm gonna substitute in Anne Brasher's. This is the 4th book in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. This one, or no, this is the 5th. This is, I don't know, this one was produced way after the time I read the original 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that one. It's gotta be the 5th book. Next shelf is the one I talked about earlier, the Pam Jenoff and the Lisa C. and Philippa Gregory shelf, but there is a new Pam Jenoff out. So of course I'll be reading this. This one will probably be one of the students' ones I read because she is one of my favorite authors. So this one is The Orphans Tale by Pam Jenoff. And then the next shelf is, oh, it's Christianity and work, like music books and woodworking. And I do have one from that shelf. So this one is a new book, which I haven't read on that shelf. So it's Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. And I'm excited to read this one because it's recommended to me. I was told it was really good. What's classics? Okay, so yeah, I did pick 2 from the shelf, so this one will have to go, and I'm gonna do Brave New World because I've read that entire shelf. I've never read this actually, just surprise, surprise. So Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, his famous book, but that's the one I'm gonna substitute for that one. The next one is my biography shelf, and one of the books I never finished all the way. I know I've read a lot of this one, but I never finished it all the way completely, and it's No Easy Day by Mark Owen. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that one up. And that's this one right behind me. And then this one is pop-up books, which I've read a million times. So I'm not gonna be reading those. Well, I probably will be because my kids love these books. But I'm gonna be substituting that shelf as well for, it's coming out on movie. Yeah, so Glass Castle by Janae Walls. And yeah, I'm excited to see this one. Well, you know, I had to pick a lot of these based because movies and TV shows were coming out this year, which is kind of sad. Western Front by Eric Maria Remarque, one of the most famous books, and did not have to read this either back in school. So I'm excited for that one. The next shelf down is like blacks and reds, and then there's like collections. But one of the red ones I have not read, and the movie just came out, and everybody's been asking me about it, but I haven't read, and I picked this up a while ago from the Goodwill, and it is The Circle by Dave Edgars. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that one soon, so I can see the movie with everybody else. The next one is like my white and yellowish shelf, and this one, I don't remember. It was A Little Daughter by Zoya Fawn, and I just like the cover of the shelf. It has really good blurb reads too on it, so I'm excited for that one. And then I'm gonna have to keep this video and refer back to it so I can remember all the books I read. The next one, these are all down here. I don't know if you can see them, but these are all library books. So I had to pick one behind it. And I picked Orphans Train by Christina Baker Klein. And I've been meaning to get to that one for a long time. The next shelf is a photo album shelf. So this one is, I'm substituting this one as well. And I'm gonna be reading 3 Cups of Tea. Yeah, this is a very, very popular book, and I've read parts of this book, if not all. I think I read it in increments, so I want to reread this one. And the next one down has got collection books together. So that one, I pulled the 6 of Crows off of. So the other one I'm going to be reading from that one is The Crooked Kingdom. Oh no, it's classics. Okay. So yeah, I did pick 2 from the shelf, so this one will have to go on another substitute shelf. So I did pick Virginia Woolf's The Lighthouse from my classic shelf. These shelves, one of them has dark books on it, so this one is Speak, which I think was a really popular book in the 90s, and it did win a Prince Award for young adult fiction. So I'm going to be reading that. I am reading, we'll just say this, I am reading right now The Zookeeper's Wife. And so this one will be read before the start of June, but I really want to see the movie. I know it came out a while ago, but I'm behind on this one. But I heard it was really, really good, so I'm excited to finish that one up. Read that one. It's got to be the 5th book. And then the last one, but not least, is all these books that are super popular, and one of my best friends keeps reading, and I have yet to start into her books. And I have 3 of them, but I'm going to start with The Husband's Secret, because that was the one that was recommended to me. If you have any read your bookshelf goals, I know it's so hard. It's so hard to, like, I just go buy new books and I read those first, or I go to the library and I read those first. it's really hard to go back and read books that you were once really excited about that you purchased. So hopefully this gets me diving back into it, and hopefully I meet my goal, and I will update you at the end of the year how it went. And down below I'll have Instagram, Goodreads, and Pinterest all linked down below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.